Hey everyone, welcome to another video. This morning I am going to be talking about raising chickens in your backyard in Melbourne, Australia. So I have 4 hens, one of them's over there eating inside, and these are 3 other ones that I have. Actually started raising them last year, so 2019 January. I bought them. Look, I bought 3 of them off Gumtree, and one of them, additionally, I bought off Gumtree, but from a separate buyer. I think they're all Isa Browns. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. And they typically, apparently, they typically last between 3 and 5 years of age. They're meant to be prolific layers, which they are. Oh, there's the other one. Decide to join us. And look, in all honesty, they are really low maintenance. They look, you have to buy feed and you have to kind of take care of their health. I've only had one issue where they have a case of worms and mites and lice. But I'll talk about that in another video. But in general, what are the benefits of having chickens? You get eggs, obviously. And you also, the other benefit is as a gardener, you get some rich soil from them pooping and pooping everywhere. You do not necessarily need to have a big space like me. I decided to cordon off some space for them because really I wasn't using this space, and I thought, well, what better way than to just have some chickens and let them go free range. As you can see on the ground, I've put lots and lots of wood chips, and if you know, in my previous videos, I get that for free. It's mulchnet.com, and essentially, the labor is mine, where they dump it all on my driveway, and I have to cart it all in using bins and using wheelbarrows. Anyway, yeah. So like I said, the benefits are there is very little maintenance. You get eggs every day, and you get rich soil and compost from them. The wood chips are to maintain a sense of, well, like, I mean, it's natural, firstly, and also it helps maintain the soil and the smell. So as you can imagine, I'm not sure if you can see this, is that there's lots of poop. See, that's an example. And there's lots of flies. The wood chip basically absorbs all the smell and all the poop, and dries it all up. You could put it on grass, but then they go digging in the grass, and then you end up trying to maintain the grass, and yeah, it gets a bit complicated. So I would highly recommend having a coop and a run, and if you do have some space, let them out. So just to give you a quick overview of my setup, I have a coop and run. I bought this, I think, online. It was about $250, which, look, in hindsight, this is my first time having chickens. I didn't know what to do. I think this was a great setup for someone who doesn't know anything about chickens and just wants to give it a go. It's relatively okay built, but to be honest, it's starting to wear after a year, which I probably would have expected. It's a very light kind of wood. So it's not that great. I bought a automatic door opener from eBay. It requires 4 AA batteries. Essentially, what it does is pulls this up and down every day. So you can set the time. You can also set. It also has a light sensor. But then I put this fabric on top to really try and cover up the coop so that it doesn't get so the food doesn't get wet. So really, I don't use a light sensor just in case it gets covered up. But I do, yeah. So I do set it up. I think I set up for an 8 a.m. Sorry, a 7 a.m. Opening, and then an 8:30 p.m. Close. And that's because yeah, my like it gets dark fairly late, so I don't want them to be caught outside. There's a feeder that's hanging from a rope, and that's just to keep it clean so that they don't, like, because they dig, and so you don't want the feeder on the ground and then there's all this mess in your feeder. Then there's the coop. So I've tried a few things. So I originally started with straw because that's what the original guy that I bought off was using. And then when I got a case of lice and mites, which I hopefully am out of the woods by now, because it happened probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I've been trying to be quite vigilant and treating it, and I'll have a separate video on that. I'm now using free pine wood chips that I got, pine shavings. It's kind of working. It's probably not as absorbent, I would say, or long lasting as straw, but for the amount of low maintenance, I think it's okay. And so look, I'll create a separate video on all of this, like the coop setup, but just wanted to let you know, yeah, this is another addition to gardening in Melbourne. If you do have just a little bit of backyard space, you don't need a huge amount. Yeah, these chickens are great to have. They are low maintenance. They're cheap as well. Look, I mean, to be honest, I got them for about $25 a chicken. And the feed itself, look, you can feed it your kitchen scraps, they also need some grain and some like oyster shell for grit and things like that, which I'll talk about. Yeah, please consider having some chickens, and they're a great pet too. All right, catch you in the next one. Like and subscribe, or comment here if you have any questions. See you later.